Welcome back to my block Jags. I am De Niro Scurry, and I'm doing this one. Another video remote, not with my tripod, not in my normal spot. But I'm a couple days late. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, we played the Cincinnati Bengals on Thursday night, and they won 24-21. They hit it with a last-second field goal, and that's how they got us. It was a good game. It was a really good game. We played well. We competed. That was my biggest complaint last year. That was my biggest complaint. The first couple games of the season was how competitive we weren't, and we've been more competitive every game. Every game we look better. Every game we improve, but we still taking L's. Um, Trevor, he played well. Trevor, he looks a lot better. He's improving. He's making better throws, better decision making. I think he had like 200 and something yards. He had no interceptions, no passing touchdowns, but he ran one. And he looked really well. They had James Robinson the ball. James Robinson was rushing. James Robinson was receiving. James Robinson was doing what James Robinson does. Um, and the offense in itself looked good. DJ Chark got a fracture in his leg and went out, and I thought that was going to affect us a lot, but for the most part, it didn't. I mean, Marvin Jones and Chenault really stepped up. I think he had like 5-6 catches for like 99 yards. Um, and our new tight end, even though I was talking shit, and I still feel how I feel about CJ Henderson trade, but our new tight end is the best tight end we've had in the last 6 years, just off one game. This is the best tight end we had in the last 6 years. Whenever Mercedes Lewis was good, this is our best tight end since. I know we've had O'Shaughnessy on the team and shit like that. He's just a guy. I mean, he's a guy that we locally know, but he's not really all that to me. Honestly, we just know his name. He's not really that good. But this guy is our best tight end we've had since Mercedes Lewis was good, and that might have been since 2002 or 2012, 2013, some shit like that. But our new tight end looked good. As far as our offense is improving. We look a lot better than what we did our first week, and every week we keep improving. Every week we keep improving. Even play calling is improving. From the first week, offensive line is blocking well. I mean, we was talking heavy shit in the preseason, the first game of the season about offensive line. Offensive line is blocking really good. They really look good out there blocking. And I have nothing negative to say about them. I mean, them boys is really out there blocking. But like I said, play calling has gotten better each game. Play calling is improving. It still, to me, isn't grade A. Like, I feel like our play calling is like a B. If I had to grade it, I feel like our play calling is a B. But I feel like the times where our play calling is bad, it always happens at the worst times. To me, on that 4th and goal, 4th and 1, and we're on the goal line, and you decide to do a quarterback sneak with Trevor from shotgun, that didn't make sense to me. If you're gonna do anything from shotgun, give it to the running back. Don't give it to Trevor. Like, let the running back run the ball from shotgun. If you're gonna let Trevor do a quarterback sneak, have him under center. He's closer to the line. He's closer to the line. Why would you do a quarterback sneak and he's 3 yards off the line of scrimmage and he has to gain a yard to get the touchdown? That didn't make sense to me. And then he ran it was literally up the middle. It didn't make no sense to me. That was one of the play calls. I was just like, bro, what are we doing? And it seemed we're having less of those, but we're still having them. So that's why I say the play calling is getting better. But it seems like every time that it's bad, it's always bad at the wrong time. If that makes sense. Defense, we look like shit. We have zero pass rush. Who got a couple people got sacked? I think Smoot got a sack and somebody else. But like, as far as our pass rush and our, you know what I'm saying, we're not really getting pressure like how we want to. I mean, we got 2 first round picks on the D line, and they're not getting to the ball. Chaseon, where is he? I don't. Chaseon to me showed me that he hasn't been nothing since Yannick and Calais is left. If he don't have nobody dominating on the other side, Chaseon, he's nowhere. I mean, he's invisible. He's invisible. He's not a factor. Then you got Josh Allen. Um, I seen people on Twitter complaining, was like, "Oh, he dropped back in coverage a lot." I didn't really know nothing about it. Then I was listening to the radio. Austin Lane talked about it. He was like, and it's funny because when you have people who play the game and they break down film till you have people who just sitting in a living room watching the game like as a fan, and they think they know a lot more. Uh, Austin Lane broke down the snaps, and I think Josh Allen dropped back and covered 7 plays. 7 plays, but it was one play where Buddy threw Burrow threw a touchdown, and Josh Allen didn't blitz, and they were like, "Oh, if Josh Allen he keeps dropping back and covering," it's like, okay, even if he rushes, he doesn't get to the quarterback. So what? So if Josh Allen rushes, he doesn't get to the quarterback. We complain. Josh Allen drops back in coverage, and they score. You know what I'm saying? Fans complain. Josh Allen, there's really nothing much Josh Allen really can do in my book. Like, he can't play outside linebacker. He's not really a good edge rusher. It's really nothing he really have I seen that he's good at. Honestly, I think he's a bust. But it's funny seeing people complain on both sides. Oh, he's not getting he can't get to the ball. He can't get sacks. Then you need to put him in a 3-4, have him at an outside linebacker. We put him at 3-4 outside linebacker. Oh, he's dropping back in coverage way too much. It's like, so what do you want him to do? Because obviously he's not good at rushing the quarterback every down, and being a 3-4 outside linebacker, to me, he hasn't shown me that he was better at that. So what do you want him to do? Like, I don't get it. It's confusing. But as far as our defense, none of our defensive players showing up. Like, to me, Miles Jack, he's the longest player on the defense. I don't think nobody with a name on defense to me is doing anything. The one person I am surprised is Winger. We were on his ass at the beginning of the season. He's actually playing pretty good. Last 2 games, Winger's been showing out, man. He's actually been playing pretty good, and I think the pressure of the fan base getting to him has had him step up his game. But he's been playing really well. But as far as anybody else on defense, I have nothing positive to say about nobody. Rayshawn Jenkins, I don't think he's that good. Shaq, he hasn't shown me nothing. Trey Herndon's back in the lined up playing nickel or something. He's horrible. Campbell, oh my God, bro. Campbell still can't find the ball. And this is so strange to me. How can you not find the ball in the air? Bro, the ball is. I never played corner, of course. But we played football growing up, and we defended people running around. I'm pretty sure 100% it's a lot harder. But how hard is it for you to turn your head around? That's the biggest thing to me that he does not do. He does not turn his head around, which has the ball dropping. Almost every single time the ball is dropped right over his head, right over his shoulder, is dropped right by him. And if he just turns his head, because if you turn your head around, that means you're going to put your hands up once you see the ball. And he never turns his head around, and the ball gets dropped. It always looks like a perfect pass because he never turns his head around to defend it. So it always drops right over his shoulder, right over his head, right by him. And he never turns his head around to defend it. Or I honestly don't see him turning his head around to even try to find the ball, but he never finds the ball in the air. So that looked like a waste of a pick. Just like if you look at our first, let's look at the people we drafted. We drafted ETN first round. He's not playing. He's hurt. Drafted Walker Little we drafted Walker Little in the second round. He's not playing. We drafted Campbell in the second round. He's not playing. Who was our other first round pick? Oh, Trevor. You drafted him. You drafted that dude Camp from Georgia Tech. He's not playing. Look at all our draft picks, bro. I think the defensive end, he's playing. Who else we drafted? If you look at just all our draft picks, look at how many of them are actually playing. And to me, it just seems like, again, we just went out there. We didn't really scout. We just drafted players just to draft players. Same Gene Smith type, or not Gene Smith, Dave Caldwell type shit. We didn't really get players, to me, honestly, that we're going to make the team better. We just went and grabbed players. Because none of the people we drafted made the team better outside of Trevor. Just being honest. Nobody that we drafted in this last year's draft has made the team better. They're just out there. We got a new kicker. I forgot buddy's name. I feel like his first name Mike. I don't know, but he played for the Steelers, and I think he went to UCF. Kicker. He made. Apparently he made all his field goals with the Steelers, but why he ain't with the team no more, I don't know. But he made all 3 of his extra points, so there's no need for Lambeau no more. Lambeau, you can pack his. I don't know if they want to throw him on IR to kind of save his face, still pay him for the rest of the year, and then But there's no need for Lambo no more, man. I don't know what the issue is with Lambo, but there's no there's no more there's no we don't have no more use for him. Um, so we can kind of write that off and keep it moving. But the one positive thing I can say out this game, bro, we were competitive and we are getting better. If you look at the first game compared to the last game, we've gotten better every game. Every game. It was first game we looked like shit the whole game. Second game, we had a drive that looked good. Third game, we had a half that looked good. Fourth game, we had the whole game that looked good. But the defense just didn't show up to try to help the offense out. So if it's a 17 game season, if we keep improving like this, we might fuck around and pull off 3 games. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna fuck around and pull off some wins if we just continue to improve. If you look at week 1 to the very last game, and we keep improving, we're gonna pull out some games, man. And I see our first win in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I don't have the schedule in front of me. Don't know who we playing, so it'd be crazy if we playing like I don't know who we could be playing, but it'd be crazy if we playing some tough, hard ass undefeated teams, and I'm over here saying that we got a couple. We gonna win in the first 3 weeks, and a couple in the next 3 weeks. But yeah, I definitely see us improving. Trevor's timing is getting better. I think the tight end again. I was talking shit about this trade. A lot of people in the city were talking shit about this trade, but that guy looked legit, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Um, I'm not even gonna say anything negative because I feel like we're already cursed. So if I throw it in the air, I feel like it might fall down right on the Jaguars. But yeah, I mean, we got a tight end now. Trevor's looking better, and everything else is looking good. And Urban, he just needs to shit with Urban is funny. That's popping off right now with him. But yeah, Urban, man, he need to find another. Stop leaning on your knees, bruh. Stand your ass up. Like, put your hand on your hip and stand sideways or something. But the leaning over on your knees, dog, stop doing it. I'm so tired of seeing that shit, bruh. And it's funny, but it's funny in a bad way. Because every time we see Urban doing that, it's because something bad's happening. So I'm tired of seeing that, man. Find another pissed off pose to do. Um, but yeah, that's it for week 4. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about the defense, man. That's what I really want to know. How y'all feel about the defense? Or do you feel like our defense is yeah, just let me know how you feel about the defense, man. I think that's the worst group on the team, and I feel like most of our problems are going to come from that side of the ball. So let me know what you guys think about the defense, man. And that's that for this video.